Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jerron.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are giving you guys yet another amazing sweat, blood, and tears of an album review. It's none other than TAEMIN's second full-length album, Move, and let's just jump right into this because this was a definite good album. Starting off with track number 1, which is Move. As I stated in the music video reaction for Move, I definitely said that this song was definitely inspired by Vogue music. It definitely had an 80s sound, very slow but sensual. I feel like one of my favorite parts about this song was obviously the first chorus, which led into that very slow but sensual beat drop. That was just everything. And I feel like with a lot of K-pop nowadays, beat drops are starting to become, you know, this fad, I guess, and they became predictable. And the way that TAEMIN did it, I thought was very unpredictable, and I loved it, and I'm here for it. I'm glad he chose this as the title track. It was definitely title track worthy. Lyrically, I just felt like this song was like about attraction to one another, and it almost felt like this song was literally a game. Like they were playing a game with each other. It was like a game of chess, almost in a way.
From what I got from it lyrically was that he was basically like luring in whoever was listening and telling them, like, you know, mess up your hair, it doesn't matter if your makeup's smudged, like if your shirt's crumpled, just throw it off. Like, he was very, like, it was very sensual. Like, even the lyrics, like, not just the sound itself, but the lyrics itself were very sensual. Very, like, you know, let's make this our last move. Let's, you know, just dance. Like, let's, like, he was just, like, he was definitely feeling himself on this song. And, you know, it also showed through the choreo. He's just, like, this was just such a well put together song. And it definitely, I was definitely very happy that it was chosen as the title track. And from what I was reading, or from what I'm seeing, a lot of other K-pop idols have been saying, you know, this is like breaking gender barriers and gender roles, and, like, you know, because TAEMIN, you know, has yelled all female backup dancers. He's dancing not stereotypically, like, you know, like masculine, and that's like something I really loved. And that's why I'm just hearing everybody saying how, you know, he's just breaking all those stereotypes. And I love that, because I feel like that needs to be done more. Right. I'm glad that he's bringing this out there, like showing that, look, like, we can do stuff like this. And even TAEMIN himself said it's a step up from what he's done in his other solo comebacks. Yeah. And it's just like, even his choreographer, who he works with, said how, you know, every time, like every comeback that TAEMIN has, he just gets slightly more sexual. It's true. And it does, and it gets slightly more sexual, and I love it. It's just like it's become almost like a thing for TAEMIN, like, to have this type of, like, feel to him. And it's just like, he's just been so diverse so far with all his title tracks. So I definitely am really happy with what he brought to us this time. Moving on to track number 2, it is Love.
I love the start with the piano in the introduction. Despite its title, or the title of the song being Love, like, you would think it's just gonna be sweet, sensual. It was sensual, but it was a very dark song. It's definitely TAEMIN in a very dark place. So it definitely just tells the story of how love sent him into this realm of darkness. And he seems very bewildered throughout this entire song. A lot of confusion, a lot of just everything. Like, whoever hurt him just sent him through this spiral of depression almost. And you know, you also get a taste of scornful TAEMIN, where he definitely says, you know, he wants to erase you, as he said in the song. Like, he was very scornful. I've seen a lot of emotion in this, a lot of sad and a lot of anger as well. So I just thought that this was very interesting side to see of TAEMIN, because you don't really see that. I genuinely enjoyed this track. And I also really like the echo effect that they put on his voice with this song, just because I feel like it adds depth depth and flavor to the song, and it just made the song perfect to me.
Pretty much like the first word that popped to my head when I heard this song was like heart-wrenching. Like it just like eats away at you, and you could just feel the emotion he put behind this, and just with the way he belted love, like you can tell like he was almost like in pain. Like it was, oh, I love that. And like to me, this almost seemed like a cousin to Soldier off the Preston album. Like I got the same emotion from it. The Soldier was also really like heart-wrenching song if you read the lyrics and you understand what it's about. So I definitely got the same emotions from those. Another touch I liked about the song was like almost the bubble popping sounds that were in it. I thought that was like a really nice touch to this song. It kind of took it to like another level of unconventional sounds being used in like a song. One of my favorite lines I think was towards the end where he says, "When tomorrow comes, I pine for you again as if yesterday never was." And it's just like, oh god, it's just like, so he's pretty much saying, you know, he goes through this roller coaster of emotions in one day where at the end he thinks, you know, oh, I'm done. I'm done pining after you, but he knows that the next day is just going to start all over again. And it's just like, oh my god. It's just honestly just a very heart-wrenching song.
It is.
And TAEMIN is just one of those people who knows how to put emotion into his vocals.
Oh yes.
And he really brought it in this song when it comes to emotion, and it's just A+. I love it.
Track number 3, which is Crazy for You.
The sister to Drip Drop.
Oh yes, I definitely put Drip Drop's sexy sibling as Here Hose. And this track is just so groovy. It's just a line that sticks out to me when I was reading the lyrics was, "You're unbelievable, even when I look at you. You are dazzling, girl." And all that reminds me of. So yes, he called this girl a dazzling girl in the song, and all it took me was when they said that in Chinese song, dazzling girl, the Japanese song. And I just thought that was a cool little throwback, whatever. And then the entire song is just pretty much him losing sight of reality. He's pretty much an insane person, honestly. And this person just has this much power over him, and that's pretty much what I got from it symbolically. Like, they have this hold over his brain. So yeah, I just thought that was it's pretty, I guess, relatable for people who have been in like, you know, crazy relationships and so forth.
Like, the ad-libs in this are like, woo, like the ad-libs are, this whole album ad-libs were just like insane. I have a favorite part in this I'm gonna put on really quick. Just when he goes like up like that, and in the background you hear him do a high. When you're looking for the vocals in the song or just the album in general, a lot of the vocals are in the background. Like, it's not just in the foreground, but the background is just rich with vocals, and this song is definitely one of those songs. It really truly was like the sibling to Drip Drop. Like, it just gave me the same exact feelings. I can almost imagine the same dance with this song. And I'm just like, I'm so happy that he had a song like this.
Track number 4, Heart Stop. The thing that stood out to me the most in this song, over everything, was the production. I thought it was very well produced. And there were so many sounds put into the beat of this song. Like, I just heard different, like, just so many different chimes and things, and
just even how the song started out just pulled you in. It was crazy.
But I think the best part was honestly the ending instrumental
with the violins.
Yes, and I'm just like, why didn't they utilize that in the entire song?
I know.
I wanted that. Like, I just but the song was literal perfection, and like, I thought this was very different. Like, this was just a different, I've never really heard something like this where the instrumental just changed at the end like that, and it was very, I didn't see it coming, and it was very, kept you on your toes. This song seems, I feel like lyrically this song is kind of hard to really read.
Like that, yeah, because I was texting Drawn, like, what did you get for this? Because from what I got, I could be wrong, but I saw the side where it's that their hearts don't beat for each other anymore, and that it's time for them to part, and the time is coming for them to part That's what I got from it. It was really hard to decipher this song for me. But that's what I got, was that their hearts don't beat for each other anymore. Like they said in the lyrics how like when they hugged, like their hearts like didn't race, like it didn't do it anymore. And how they said like even though they obviously do love each other, but like they know that the time for them to part is coming. And it's just like, that's what I got from it. What did you get from it?
Well, kind of similar to that, but then I also got like thought of like maybe they like each other, but they haven't got to that relationship yet. So it's almost kind of like they have a crush on each other, but they don't want to say it. And so it's kind of like a heart stop. Like they just don't want to like go there yet. So I don't know. I've heard. This is just interesting how many different depictions you can get from this song alone.
Seulgi sounded amazing on this. Seulgi killed it on this. I feel like if you're not a Red Velvet stan, I feel like a lot of people don't really appreciate her vocals as much. And I feel like she definitely did show them in this song. Like she has like such a beautiful voice.
Track number 5, Rise. The vocals in this song was just a little much for me. This literally could have been the title track. It literally could have. I feel like it was very close to being the title track. Oh yes.
Not to me.
Oh yes. Oh my god, I could totally picture him doing this with a music video. Oh yes.
To me, I saw more like maybe like a pairing to move, but like not like the main title track.
Oh yeah, see, I could have seen that. And you know, his voice in the song was so raw and in your face. And you know, it's important as an artist to, if you're going to do a song that, you know, is sad or whatever, you need to convey the message of the song through your voice, and he did just that in this song. I believe that his voice being so in your face, it was like an intimate moment to the listener, like just listening to it with earphones and like, oh my god, it's just woo! So far, I think of all of TAEMIN's discography, I think this was it's his most vocally driven song he's ever put out. And you guys know how I feel about vocals, so this song definitely stood out to me in this album. And it's interesting that Sam said that Soldier, what song did you say that about?
Soldier, about love.
Well, I thought Soldier kind of reminded me of Rise. It was just definitely had that same vibe to me. And you know, the best part about this song is that each chorus got stronger and stronger and stronger. His voice was rising and rising and rising, and it was just like, oh my goodness. Perfect. Perfect. I don't have no negative things to say about this song.
I have a quick timestamp.
And then it goes into the slows.
Yeah, definitely like the slow, not slow, it builds up towards the end, but like the rock ballad, I thought I never need, like, it was perfect. I loved it. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Track
number 6. Thirsty. So this song was definitely a grower for me. I wasn't particularly the biggest fan when I first heard it, but as I kept listening to it, it obviously grew on me, and I started to appreciate the little things in it, like, you know, the nice introduction vocals. And I was a little standoffish just because it kind of had this like simple trap beat that I've literally heard 1,000 times. But with TAEMIN's voice, I feel like, you know, he can just make anything sound, you know, interesting. And I just feel like we saw this very freaky and sexual side of him that he wanted to show us. And you know, it's just him being very thirsty and just finally just wanting to get into this person's panties, I guess, in a sense. But you have to wait till marriage with me, TAEMIN, because it's about me. If you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
This song to me is a very distant cousin of sexuality. I definitely got the same feeling from it. Sexuality was very sexual, like literally sexuality, where this one, he also was really feeling himself. Like, he was thirsty. And the past one, he was like feeling his sexuality. Like, they, not sound-wise, meaning-wise. They definitely had like the same feeling to me when it came to the connotation behind the song. I haven't looked in exactly to who produced what in this song, but I'm hearing the same ice dropping into the glass as EXO's Sweet Lies and 24. It's the same sound. It started out with that same sound. So I don't know if that's like a signature thing for someone who worked on this song and they also worked on Sweet Lies and 24. Or it's just this SM thing, like I don't know, but like it's that same sound that they're putting into the beginning, so that's what makes me think it's somebody, because you know how London Noise has the London Noise, like they have like that little signature thing that they put into the songs they make, and so that's why I'm thinking maybe this is the same person working on it. I'm definitely gonna look more into that to see if there's like a name in there that's the same throughout all 3 of those songs. But basically he's just metaphorically referring to this person as like water. Like he literally is like, he's thirsty, his throat's burning, like he just wants to drink this person up. And I'm like, ooh, okay.
Oh my.
Ooh, all right. He's saying like thirsty. He was like I'm thirsty. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I get it. Like you're dehydrated. Like he was just like, he sounded like almost frustrated. Like he was like,
gosh. Mike could be able to help you out with that, TAEMIN.
Oh my god.
Track number 7, Stone Heart.
The first listen, I knew this is gonna be my favorite song off this album, and it still is, and it literally still is. No matter how many times I listen to this album, it is my #1 song, and I can't get over it. I just can't go over how well it was produced. Like I saw another translation for the song, which was Maze, which also makes sense because the song talks about how he's trapped in the gaze of the person he's talking about, like he's trapped in like a maze, and that's pretty much what the song was talking about. And like just the build up, how it just starts off like, when it first starts off, you almost think it's like a ballad, and you're like, oh, but then also just builds and it drops, and I'm just like, I was just thrown. I was thrown into another realm. I was not ready for it. I really wasn't. It just stood out to me so much. And I feel like what just makes this song is the unconventional sounds used in it. It reminds me of how like Chaotic by Outer Circle, how there's just those unconventional sounds in it that you just would never imagine could be used like to produce a song, and it just worked. And it's the same with this song. Like I have a timestamp.
Oh my god,
girl, I have so many favorite parts in this album. It's crazy. Just the noises, there's so many like different sounds they put into this song that it's just like, this is one of those songs that I want to see how it was made. I want to see every little sound they put behind there. And I definitely got more interested in that after the London Noise panel and KCON, how they did Forever by EXO. Just all the little noises that gets put into a song is like crazy, and you don't hear it until it's breaking apart. And I definitely, now that, you know, through that panel, I now notice sounds better. And I notice, like, especially with this song, there was just so much mixing of just different sounds. It was just perfect. It was just absolute perfection to me. And I've already seen the live stage for this because he did do this at his concert. And I was just blown away by the dance. I was just like, I'm just so happy. This song just makes me so happy. I definitely, whenever I play this album, it's the first song I listen to.
I really think this is like the body roll anthem. Like you just like to just get a little bit of this vibe going with your body and just, oh god, I love it. Honestly, I guess there was this filter over his voice that I thought was a little weird, but now that I think about it, it kind of works. Towards the end of the song, there was this odd beat drop that we played, and it made the song that much more flavorful. It just added this extra layer of just interest in it, and obviously as a listener, I like to hear things that are different and just that's not particularly done over and over again by artists, and I appreciated that. And in this song, he compares his heart to a desert and is looking for that one to drench his dry heart, as he put it. And I I just love the symbolism. He compared his heart to a desert. Stone heart. I mean, hey, doesn't get any drier than that, right? So yes, track number 8. Back to You. This song is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful breakup song. The entire embodiment of the song is that he's pretty much saying, you don't know. It's pretty much that saying, you don't know how good you have it until it's gone. That's pretty much the entire aura of the song. Is like he realized that he was a good person, and he was shown that he was a good person and a lover from this person he was in a relationship with, but it didn't work out. But he didn't realize this until it was after it was done. And so now this song is kind of like regret, wanting to go back, just a lot of things, and I just thought that was pretty good. I really liked it.
The guitar is what made this song everything. It really did. Like, just that. I love the fact that there wasn't a lot of instrumentals. Like, it was very stripped down. It was very, like, really focused on, like, just the sweetness of his voice in the song. And, like, I feel like something that made the song amazing was, like, they used his vocals and how the filter they put over in the background to make it sound, like, distant and far away when he said, you know, back to you. Like, and I love that. And it just, it was so good. This is both a song that's going on my sleep playlist and a song that will definitely be the first song you'll listen to when it starts to rain. For sure. It hasn't started raining yet here, but once it starts, this is gonna be my go-to song. For sure. It's the perfect rain song. Perfect. Always begin timestamps.
God, I just missed you.
Do you guys see what I mean about how sweet his vocals were in this song?
I agree.
They were just so sweet, and they just hit you right in the heart, and just
It's funny that you say that, because I definitely said that in my notes. Like, his vocals in this song in particular were sweet, like a dessert. Like,
it was just so sweet. And it's like, it's almost the type that makes you tear up a bit, because it's just like, oh god, like it just hits you right in the chest.
Last track number 9 is Flame of Love.
The Korean version.
Korean
The bonus
version.
track.
So what did you think of it, Sam?
I'm not gonna go too in depth about the sound behind this, just because we did talk a lot about it in our MV reaction to Flame of Love. I guess just probably the only critique I would give is, like, I wish instead of giving us a Korean version of Flame of Love, I would have loved just like another track, like another new track to hear. I love Flame of Love, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they almost kind of just threw this one in there just for us.
Yeah.
I would have loved a new track, obviously, but I'm fine with this as well, because I do love Flame of Love. I feel like it's probably one of his best Japanese comebacks. Like, it's like just very heart-wrenching, very like, just the sound behind it, I love it. It's very medieval almost.
Very magical.
It reminded me of if I had to like base this off an anime, there would be the ending of like this medieval anime or something with like elves and stuff, like just something like just magical and like fantasy, like
Sword Art Online?
a good anime, a good medieval anime. Lyrically, this is pretty much just about how the love for this person he has is just a fire. It just burns his soul. And as you saw in the music video, he turns into a phoenix. Like, he just like, I mean, damn, like, he burst that girl into flames. Like, it just, the Flame of Love, it pretty much is just what the title is. It's like just the flame he feels of the love he has for this girl. Like, you know, maybe it should have flipped with Back to You, because I feel like Back to You would have been a better ending to the album.
Oh yeah.
I feel like those tracks definitely should have flipped.
Because I'm definitely particular like about how albums flow and how it ends. So yeah, I definitely agree. I think Back to You would have been a better ending.
Not saying, you know, Flame of Love shouldn't have been on there, but definitely should have been like the second to last track. We're just going to go directly into our final analysis.
Summary.
Woohoo! Now into our analysis of this album. Honestly, it's just, I just can't get over how TAEMIN has had, what, 3 comebacks now, and none of them have disappointed me. Like, they just keep getting better and better.
Yep.
And it just blows my mind how he's just keeps coming back with hit after hit after hit. Oh god, it's crazy. It really is. Honestly, I just want to give this album 10 out of 10 for sure. Just because he's my old in you know, in SHINee and K-pop in general. It's just like musically, this album is 10 out of 10. It really is. Like, I can literally not say like one bad thing about this album, other than obviously the Flame of Love critique we gave. That wasn't like a, you know, that I would definitely not take a point off because of that, because it doesn't really, it doesn't ruin the album for me in any way at all. It's just, you know, a small thing that I, you know, thought of when I heard this and, you know, saw this. But literally, just this album was 10 out of 10 for me, A+. I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed with this because it's TAEMIN.
Yeah, I definitely would rank this album probably a 9 out of 10. I thought this was pretty much perfection.
Makes you give it a 9 out of 10. What's that extra point that you take out?
That I would take away?
Yeah.
I guess the one point that I would take away was if I compared it to Press It, I don't know if I could pick a top 3 in Press It. It changes every day.
Yeah.
Versus this, I'm pretty sure that's solidified.
Okay,
so that's
yeah.
that one point.
Okay.
We're gonna give you our top 3! Starting with my number 3 is Crazy For You. Oh my god, that song definitely deserves top 3 worthy.
For right now, I feel like it's gonna change. But like for right now, I would probably put Heart Stop as my number 3.
My number 2 is Move. Oh my gosh, that song just did something to me that I just was not expecting. I really just move.
My number 2 was Crazy For You. God, like, it's just, I honestly, like, I just can't say enough. Like, just literally go back and listen to what we said about Crazy For You, because that pretty much just sums up why it's my number 2.
Yeah. My number 1, if this doesn't come as a surprise, is Rise. It's the first song I listen to every time I listen to this album. I just need to give my vocal jush, and TAEMIN gives it to me in Rise. I just love that song so much.
My number 1 shouldn't come as a surprise, because I pretty much freaked out when I talked about it, and that is Stone Heart. It's just right off the bat, like, it actually surprised me how the fact that upon first listen, I'm like, this is it, like, this is my favorite song. Like, that says a lot, because usually it takes me at least 2 run-throughs of the album to really see, like, what is my top. But the fact that upon the first listen, I'm like, this is it, like, this is my favorite song. That's our top 3. Let us know what your guys' top 3 is, if you have one.
If you have one.
Even if like a pending one, you know, comment down below what it is. And let us know what you guys thought about this album, because like I said, we were just not disappointed.
Nope. Great job, TAEMIN. I'm very proud of you. You have not released anything that disappointed me, so A+ for you. Let us know down below, when did you get into SHINee? Who's your SHINee bias? What's your favorite songs off of every TAEMIN album? And yes, don't forget to follow us on our social medias, Instagram and Twitter. Everything will be in the description down below, as well as your thoughts on how well did we do on this album review. Don't forget to hit that notification bell button so you know when we're uploading. I guess with that being said,
we
will see you guys in our next video. Bye.